there's no men in the life, but every time a man comes, you trying to be both positions. Like
you don't let him feel his position in your life.
Like.
What's the point? What's the point of him being in your life if you won't let him feel his position in your life?
Exactly. He's gonna go find a girl that's gonna actually allow him to fill that position. And with over about 3 to 4 billion women out there, like I'm pretty sure there's a woman out there that's gonna allow a man to be a man. And
some women
don't want to be it. And,
because all women haven't been raised by no fathers.
Well, yeah, there's women that was raised by
by fathers, and they know the position of a man, and they've seen the real man who's actually stayed in the life and helped raise his kids.
Yeah. So they ready for that position to be filled because they know what the position is, and they won't step over your position at all. They're gonna let you fill your position completely, and that's what you got to compete with. That's what I try to tell these women out here. You have competition. There's women out there that understand the role of a man, and they won't even touch or come close to it. They'll let you have it completely because they don't want to. They just want to stay in their lane as a female, and that is your competition. So while you're complaining, oh, there's no good men out here, that's because all the good men know their role, and all the good women know their role, and they're finding each other. And while you're sitting here trying to be both positions,
and wondering why you can't find a man, or men keep leaving because you're
trying to be both positions when there's a girl out there that's letting the man be in the position of a man. I honestly, as a man, would prefer a woman that allows me to fill that position and not try to step over it or not try to cross her boundaries and know her position and fill her position. Like,
and a lot of men, they live their life based on how they're treated also. So if you treat a man like trash, he's not gonna allow that. Yeah. He's not gonna be treated like trash. So you feel like you're gonna be treated like trash because this man doesn't want to be treated like that.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it, then he gonna treat you like trash.
That part.
Yeah. So then it comes to, both people are treating each other bad, and nobody wants to be in a relationship, so the relationship ends. So you really need to know how to treat a man in order to keep a man.
That part.
Yeah,
and to all of these women out here who feel like they can be both, you never will be both. You're not. Unless you start changing tires, fixing engines, and fixing your AC system inside your house, taking care of all of the stuff that comes. Okay, women, if you see let me put it like this. If a rat run in your house and you don't scream and run away, then you probably are the man. I'm gonna just put it like that.
Yeah, most women are afraid of rats and spiders. If they see a spider, I haven't seen a woman yet that won't leave if they see a spider.
Yeah. Now if it's I'm gonna be honest. If it's a tarantula and it's big, like full grown tarantula, I'm not about to step on it.
Yeah,
but I'm probably gonna go get something for that because I'm not about to. But if it's like
and also the tarantulas aren't poisonous. But if it's a giant black widow or a brown recluse or something that I know will kill me if I miss, I'm gonna have to
that part too. I might have to grab a shoe on the stick because I'm not trying to die. That's just a simple point. But if it's something. Shoe on the stick. Yeah. But if it's something that's not poisonous, but it's still as big as that requires a separate shoe. Yeah. But if it's not poisonous and it's small and girls will still scream over it, but I'm just gonna be
just step on it.
Why you
kill it? And
because a tarantula, bro, them is too big.
Yeah, they big, but they're not. Yeah, but tarantulas.
I'm not stepping on it with my foot.
Yeah, I wouldn't even step on it. I'd probably even just try to catch it and put it somewhere else.
Oh yeah, or you could do that.
But I would because it's not poisonous. Now,
girls run away from grasshoppers. grasshopper.
Yeah. If it's something, oh yeah. Did you see the grasshopper epidemic? The big grasshopper epidemic? People were scared.
Girl, I done seen it myself. I was living in a house with 2 girls, and a cricket came in. They was screaming. So I ran into, because I was in the room. I ran into the living room, because I'm thinking that they dying or something going on. And I see both of them on the couch, standing on the couch, like, oh my gosh, it's over there, it's over there. I was like,
that's a cricket.
They was like, he stepped on it. I was like, women will be women.
Yeah, that's a cricket. It's pretty harmless.
I was like, yeah, it's not gonna. If it jump on you, it's not gonna bite you. It's probably gonna jump back off. I was like, girl, y'all. But hey, I don't expect much. Like, I don't expect much manliness from a girl.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, I don't expect any manliness from a girl.
I would hate for my girl to be a little manly, like. And that's why I be saying, like, if girls don't realize, the more manliness that you have in you, the more manly your man has to be. So if you, like, a girl, because, like, okay, let's put it like this. If you and your man is playing basketball, and you continuously beat your man in basketball, they're going to feel like you stepping all over their manhood.
And men are very, 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 very competitive.
Yeah.
So... yeah, we're going to have to... you're
going to have to find some man that's going to be able to beat you in back. Put it like that. You're going to have to find a man that's more manlier than you. But if you, as manly as it comes, you ain't finding no man. That's what I'm trying to put. If the more okay, put it like this, female. The more female like you are, the easier it'll be for you to find a man. Because it's easier for a man to fill that role that you're leaving vague.
Yeah.
But the more manly you want to be and the more manly you want to come off, the harder it's going to be for you to find a man. Because who the heck wants to deal with a manly female?
Who's a straight man that wants to deal with a man that's a woman?
Yeah. Like, I don't want my woman being like, oh, the transmission went out, I'm about to go ahead and fix that. I'm going to be like,
no.
While you fix that, I'm going to go ahead and fix some things in my life. Because I didn't evaluate it now. And I think I'm going to fix you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fix your role with somebody else. Because why are you touching the engine? Why are you taking transmissions out? Like, I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't even mess with the transmission. And you over here playing with the transmission like it's just the thing to do. Like, you done passed me up in manliness now.
Listen, motors out of cars and stuff. Let me take this motor out. Why were you taking the motor out?
Right. Like, let me go ahead and train my
You're not even supposed to be able to open a jar of pickles.
Like, just stay as a woman. And it's not a bad... And women make it to seem like it's a bad thing now to be a woman. But it's not. Because you got to think about it. Men want to be men. We still want to be the man in your life. When we see a woman, we see a woman and we want to fill the role of a man in her life. That's what, and if you think it's bad to allow this, that's because of the way you were raised.
Yeah.
That's because I'm pretty sure I could easily go by saying any woman that feels it's a bad thing to let a man fill these roles as a man didn't have a father in their life.
Mostly was raised by women.
Yeah.
They were raised without a father in their life.
And you could try to say, oh, he lying or something like that. I promise you, majority of you women that sit here and have a hard time finding men and think that y'all can be both the man and the woman didn't have a father.
Honestly, if you disagree, leave a comment, share your story. We're not afraid to have these conversations with people. We have conversations all the time with people, and we're not afraid of of difference of opinion. However, the majority, because there's always anomalies in every situation. Yeah. There's always 1, 2, maybe 3 people who are different.
But majority of the women that have it hard finding men, because men don't, they either say men ain't filling the roles or something like that. It's because, they probably didn't have a father. Most likely. It's a huge chance that majority of women that can't hold on to a man is because they didn't have a father themselves.
Yeah, and me, and I've been through this situation and dealt with the situation. So before everybody even try to come at me, yes, I've done the same exact thing. I've done it. I wasn't raised by my father. I wasn't raised by my mother. My mother, I wasn't raised with. I was raised by my grandfather, and he did not have. Well, my grandmama died. She passed away before I was born. So I was raised by only a man. So I can't say that I know how, to treat a woman correctly, but I don't think that I'm that bad. Because I didn't have a woman, a woman figure in my life. I was raised around my aunties and my sisters and all of that type of stuff. But I was originally raised by a man, and he, who can teach me how to be a man. But at the time, he had no woman in his life.
Yeah.
So I was raised by a single man. And so I honestly, if I could be honest with myself, I may not know how to treat a woman because there was no father figure who I was watching treat a woman specifically how a woman was supposed to be treated.
Yeah.
But I'm learning that because I'm married and I'm trying my best. However, it's still the same situation. It's a woman that was raised separate. She did have her father in her life, but her father was not with her mother. So it was two separate households.
Yeah.
So she went to go hang out with her father and learned a little bit, about what the man is supposed to be. But she also saw her mother without a man, and so
yeah.
Basically, she has two mothers and two fathers, and vice versa.
Yeah. And me, on the other hand, I was raised by my mom and my auntie. So I actually ended up learning.
Sorry for this interruption. We close that out.
Yeah, I actually ended up learning because I look at it from a different perspective. So I actually ended up learning what a woman wants a man to be.
Yeah.
So that kind of low-key made me, I'm not gonna lie, a player. Because it's I know what you women want. So it's I could go in there and just
yeah. So being raised by just a mother, if a man's smart, he gonna learn that and know how to manipulate the situation.
Yeah, and that's when you end up getting more players that will end up playing a female because they know what a female gonna want. They just know. They just gonna be oh, so my mama wanted a man like this and to do this and all that kind of stuff. But I know if I'll go and talk to another female and I go act like this and I do this and I do that. Then she gonna
this female get that female.
She gonna fall.
Not even have to be in their life, really.
Yeah, she gonna fall too easily, and then it's on top of that, women. It's now since I know what women want, it's it's real easy for me to find a girl, but it's hard for me to low key keep one. I'm not gonna lie, and the reason is because insecurities. Women always feel because I just know what women want and I'm always in the light of what a woman wants. They just feel every other girl is out there,
trying to get the man.
And they just insecure about it because they think that I'm going after all of these girls and I'm just doing all of this extra stuff. And I'm just nah, I'm actually being loyal. I'm not trying to do all of that extra stuff because
And then nowadays in today's society, women are cheating. And, you see the breeding of the making the stallions and all of that type of stuff. And the Cardi B's. And they women are trying to be players now.
Yeah.
And women are trying to, play men. So how you going to find one good man when you got 20?
Right. You found 20 and you trying to keep one, but ain't one going to stay around because they going to see what you're doing Like you got to think about it.